feel this way forever. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
And Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And one of the players we'll focus on here, Derrick Rose, guys.
Well, he possesses wonderful leadership qualities, Kevin, and you can see that most when the team starts to struggle. He's the vocal one. He's the guy who sort of rallies everybody together. He's really kind of the heart and soul of this team.
In addition, Steve, we know he views himself as the leader of the team. I mean, the one responsible not just for his own performance, but for the team as a whole. So when they're struggling, it weighs on him heavily.
The Celtics are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Boston before heading out on the road. Boy, it's got to be a relief to see Gerald Wallace back in uniform, looking healthy, and Clark ready to contribute.
Kevin, it's always good to get a player like him back, but with the playoffs out of reach, I think his focus has to be on playing as well as he can and staying healthy and looking ahead to next season.
Second free throw, no good.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either, as good a foul shooter as he is.
Here's Bradley. Kept alive by Boston. It's tipped. Butler with the steal. Rose attacking. Baseline try. Cannot hit. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Wizards.
Yeah, and given how they performed offensively that day, guys, they really had no chance.
Yeah, and the frustration just mounted. You could see it as they continued to come up empty. And by the end, they were really just happy to get out of there and have the game be over.
Now here's Rose, averaging 16 points a game. And the officials called the foul, reaching out and committing the intentional foul here, and his teammates are baffled.
Yeah, everybody's kind of looking at him like, what are you doing? I mean, I think he just lost track of the situation.
Here is Bass. His last outing, 16 points for him.
Well, I hope they start getting warmed up here soon. That's 0 for 4 to this point.
Here's Butler. A beautiful reverse layup. Butler's got the first points up on the board here for Chicago.
Now they finally connect with their fourth shot of the game.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Still looking for their first basket. 5 misses to start the game.
Dunleavy's shot is off. Celtics have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. And that's an intentional foul.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Bulls making a switch here. Heinrichs checked in. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Offensive rebound. Here's Butler. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Celtics shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. On defense, Boston. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
And what caused them to lose that last matchup was the mistakes. I mean, they just committed too many turnovers, and they were sloppy with the ball, and that's why they lost.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Here's Boozer. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Olenek is checked in for Green. .44 seconds left to play in the first. Boozer can't get it to go. And sloppy play clock to be avoided at all costs.
Kevin, just take care of the ball. That's what you want to tell him. Just take care of the ball. Don't throw weak passes. Don't be careless. Don't telegraph your passes. If you keep your focus mentally, you won't make those kinds of careless mistakes. Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, impressive free throw shooting as a team this season, right around that 78% mark.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here is Bayless. From the arc, Chicago grabs the miss. Gibson's got his third rebound tonight. It's off his foot, and the ref's saying he kicked it. Here's Augustine. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 3, and we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
And how about the defense, guys? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot has either been altered or rejected.
The skilled front court of Jared Sullinger and Kelly Olynyk. Jared Bayless is out there with Bradley. And it's Wallace in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Bradley kicks to Bayless over Boozer. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
We talk about Avery Bradley here. Let's take a look at some of his stats, how his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 17 points a night, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and even building on it.
And Steve, you know that's not easy to do considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. To move the needle another notch higher is special. Looking
now at some numbers for Joakim Noah. Lately, he's been untouchable. He's been in the zone. You see how his performances match up. 3rd in rebounding, 5th in assists. And he has a real knack for blocking shots around the hoop, ranking in the top 5 in that category.
And you talked about his place among the leaders in rebounds per game, Steve. Just about nobody matches his work ethic down in the low post. That's how you make an impact with defense. And once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. Floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Here's Bayless. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Bayless has got the lead back up to 5 now for the Celtics. Rose can't get that one to fall.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass. He's just been ice cold. I mean, he cannot find the range.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking. Boy, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
This one for 3. Bayless's shot is off.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Augustine, that's good.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
So it's Boston now after the 3-pointer from Augustine. Got that one up quick. Bayless has got 5 now.
And he answers right back with a 3 of his own.
Well, you can see it. They're getting into it a bit. A little mano-mano here. One-upsmanship taking place.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Rondo kicks to Wallace. Butler with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Rondo. Boston, no good that time either. Olynyk with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Kirk Heinrich. Here's Sullinger. And And that one's on target from the wing. Zellinger's got his second bucket of the night. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And a tight game here as we end.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And, Coach, what allowed them to get off to such a good start off?
Now, presented by Sprint. Hello and the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. One guy who's getting it done is Jeff Green.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just the little things that make all the difference. He's been terrific in so many areas out there.
You know, the numbers don't necessarily jump out at you, but he's really making his presence felt out there with everything he's doing.
So for Chicago right now, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the back inside, Gibson and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward position. Now here's Bass.
Punches it down.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
On its way from Rose for two. Again, Chicago. Celtics leading by 3. Kicks it out to Bradley. They grab their own miss. Here's Bass, and he slams it one-handed.
Wonderfully instinctive play right there. Sense just where that rebound was going, and it becomes an easy two for him.
Well, Clark, maybe they've had too many easy buckets tonight.
Well, it's something that needs to change. I mean, they should not be getting all these easy dunks off offensive putbacks.
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Wizards. Gibson dishes to Noah, and that one's good.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Jared Bayless is checked in for Chicago. Bulls shooting their third free throw shot of the game. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 4. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. Goes back up, and there's the nice layup by Butler.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it, and I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
Here is Bayless. 5 points in the game. The 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Here's Boozer. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, I really admire low post scoring. It's kind of a lost art, guys. The footwork, the deception. And he's just got an assortment of moves down there.
Yeah, he's a ballerina in the post, Steve. That's what he is. One of the most fascinating parts of the game for me to watch. A combination of strength, balance, explosion, and touch all rolled into one. You've got to box out on the free throws. Put a body on somebody. The little things can make a big difference.
Boston again missing.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Rondo passes to Bayless. And nothing is falling for him right now.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That one is off. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And for the Celtics, they're shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Here's Boozer. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Rondo kicks to Olynyk. Gibson with the steal. Here's Heinrich, and it's blocked by Wallace. Up in time. Tie game in Boston. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And it's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
Speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. Green is out there with Wallace, and it's Sullinger in at the center. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. And the layup's good off the glass. Rondo's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Boston. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Soft touch off the glass. Rondo's got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
No good from Gibson.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
The feed now to Bass. Cannot hit, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's Rose. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Looking at the game Rose has been having, he's got 8 points and a steal.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreak. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And the Bulls making a change here. Butler's checked in. And it's Rose penetrating. That's good.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
And so they foul intentionally. So it's the Celtics now. It's a 1-point game. Here's Bayless.
This is the same guy we saw in the first half, and this is strange. He can't buy one out there.
Here's Butler. Takes the lead. That one just took the air right out of the crowd.
Yeah, he simply said, sit down and keep quiet with that one.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing coming out of these fans now.
And he gets it to go.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Shots good by Gibson.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Humphries with the bucket.
He is not going to stop battling until that final whistle blows. What a putback.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Bayless. Trifecta.
That's his second three-pointer of the half and his third overall.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. The Celtics have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Rose with the block. For 3, Gibson. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bayless. Here's Humphries. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Joakim Noah.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
I'm sure he would have liked to have had all of those, but he still padded their lead a little bit at least.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Well, Chicago's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
You know, the first thought from the defense there was to protect the rim, so that's why he was open for that transition three.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Not much time to work with. They need a basket here.
Yep, they've got to get a steal or foul to stop the clock.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
It's stolen by Dunleavy. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just one. Poked away. It's stolen by Rose. It's in!
Wow, he is just on cruise control right now. He's been unstoppable.
Yeah, the defense doing its best, but he's been too much for him.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
It's game time now, Kevin. Down 1. They've got enough time to make a couple of passes here to find the open man. They've got to bury the shot to win the game.
Puts it up off the inbound. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin, here with Rajon.